Right, hello guys. As you can see, we've got a baler. So this is the Kuhn baler. Kern? Not sure. I have leased this because today's job is to get all of this straw baled up. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get straight on with it. What do I need to do? I need to unfold the baler. I need to lower the pickup and switch it on. I will put the hazard lights on. There we go. Away we go. We should get a really good amount of straw from here. And I'm not sure, to be honest, what we're going to do. We might sell half and keep half. I haven't really decided yet. Have to see how many bales we get off the field, to be honest. Back up a bit because I missed the pickups right at the front, so I don't need to be starting that far back. And I did mention before that I could have done this with a round baler, but this field is just on too much of a slope. It's on a slope in 2 directions, possibly even 3. So it was not really worth it. Instead, we're going to do it with the square baler. They're a bit easier to pick up and stack as well. And yeah, we're just going to see how many we get off the field. I've also got 2 interesting things to talk to you about. The first one is that we have added the System Tech cow placeable. I'll show you that afterwards. But what that means is that we are going to be able to start the plan with the TMR, buying and selling. I've already been having a few discussions with Death Monkey about this. He wants a constant supply. I've come up with a figure. If anyone's interested in how I've come up with the figure, let me know in the comments and I'll put the calculation up somewhere. But essentially I'm going to charge £336 per 1,000 litres. And that will cover all of my costs for doing it. I've already got grass in the other field, 5758. That has already grown, it can be harvested, so we'll do that next time possibly, or maybe after that, because it is planned to do the sugar beet with Death Monkey soon, and that's going to be a big job, possibly 2 episodes long. It just depends, because I don't really want an entire episode of time lapse, so I might have to put it into 2 episodes. The other thing to talk about is that we are going to be having an auction on the server. This was suggested by someone. I think it's probably inspired by Daggerwin Survival Roleplay. But what's happened is one of the people on the farm has decided that they won't be able to play for a few months. So rather than keeping their equipment and their yard and things, they're going to leave. So the suggestion was that rather than just removing all the equipment, we could auction it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an auction video at some point. And the auction will be happening this weekend for me, which is before this episode actually comes out. This episode won't be released until next week, so the auction will happen before that. So you might get a little bonus video, 2 videos in a day sort of thing. But essentially there is, if I just check, a Fendt Favorite 511C, a Strautmann loading wagon, an MF Activa, the same that we have, a Strautmann Zelon. What is that? Sorry, the Zelon is the loading wagon. There's also a trailer, one of the base game small trailers, but it's been modified to the 16,000 litre capacity. There is a mower, which I am very interested in, as well as the loading wagon, because I'm going to need those. And a seeder. Seeder I don't need because I have the Pronto. The tractor I don't really need. The mower would be good because it's obviously cheaper than buying it new from the shop, and it won't have many hours, so I'm not too concerned about that. So we could do with that. And the loading wagon, yeah, we're going to need a loading wagon anyway. The one that I priced up is the exact same one that's going on sale. And in fact, so is the mower. So I believe that I believe that we'll be doing it on our Discord channel. So what I'll have to do is do a video tour of the machinery, so you can see what we've got, what starting prices are for the auction and things, and then I can try and record the actual auction as it happens. I have no idea how it's planned to happen. I'm leaving that up to Death Monkey to organise. But hopefully we can get some equipment that we need a little bit cheaper. I'm not bothered about the tractor because I have a tractor in mind. With the new venture that I want us to do, or me to do, we will need a new tractor, I think, because it's going to be too much work to have one tractor doing mowing, tedding, windrowing, all of that good stuff. So I think I need a second one. I've had a quick look, and all of the machinery that I want to get in order to do the silage and hay, all below 100 horsepower. So I'm thinking of looking at the Fiat Agri. I think that is a nice cheap tractor with enough power to do this job. We also, I think, have an old... Let's just have a quick check actually. I'll do it now. Look, so the Fiat Agri, 150 horsepower, can definitely pull it. It's only 59,000. But yes, we also have this. This is 88 horsepower, so this can do most of the jobs. It's only 16,000. Now I believe... there we go. We've got that Ursus, but that's way too small for what we want. I don't think we've got any mod tractors in the medium that are small enough to do it. Oh, we do have the Arian, which is 100 horsepower, 25,000. That's interesting. And we could fit a front loader, which would mean we wouldn't need a telehandler. Ooh, that's a very good idea then. That would save us a lot of money. We'll get a telehandler later if we need it, but a telehandler plus the attachments is going to cost just under 100,000. This would cost 26,500 for the tractor, plus we would need, I don't know if there's a class, no, so we would need another 5,400 for that, a bale spike for 600, and a bucket. I think we'll probably still go with the bucket from here. I don't want the auto load bale spikes, that's the problem. I don't like the idea of those. So the multi-purpose bucket, here it is. It's 2,000. What's the normal bucket? 940. So that would actually save us a massive amount of money. Maybe I should do that. Now I'm getting ideas. Well, anyway, the auction will happen later. And we will see what happens at that point. But we are doing very well here. Oh, sorry, I haven't turned my fan on to silent. I should have learnt from before. Right, lift the pickup up. And we can do the rows that we skipped. I think we're doing pretty well so far. You'll notice that I'm not doing the headlands first. That's because I've learnt from watching Daggerwin that if you do that, the bales just get in the way. So I think it's easier to do it this way. So I think what I'll do is I'll just time lapse to the end, rejoin you when I'm doing the last headland. I think that makes more sense. Well then guys, last headland, plus one small line that I just noticed that I missed as I was going around. Get both of those picked up, but I just managed to miss a piece. Let's go back. I do not want to waste a single drop of straw, because this is going to give us a big boost to our bank account. The other thing is, we have some barley still left in the trailer. The price has been rising up at Hilltop stores, so I've just been keeping an eye on that. I won't be selling this straw in this game session. It will probably be the same episode, but for me it's going to be a different session just because of the timing of recording this. I just don't have enough time to do everything. And this is of course the problem with a multiplayer server. The time progresses when other people are on, so when I come back to it, it might be a day or two later. But if the price has stopped rising at Hilltop for the barley, we might go and sell that straight away. Last time I believe we had just under 1100 pounds per 1,000 litres. I think when I checked it earlier it was at 800. And 860 and climbing. So hopefully it can go back up to that nice high price and we'll get a good amount of money. Otherwise I might just wait a bit longer. Now that I've seen it can go that high, I don't really want to sell it for anything less than 1,000. Excuse me, just clear my throat. Right. Let's get back up here, get that last piece. Look at this field, straw bales everywhere. Lovely. So we just need 1,100. I think there's going to be more than 1,100 in this last bit of straw. So we're going to end up returning the baler with some straw in it, I think. But that's okay, that's what happens with leasing. Not so bad when you own the equipment, obviously, but when you're leasing it, it's not great. Oh, come on. Yes, there we go. So we'll pick it up anyway, even though it's not enough. Right, so lift the pickup, turn it off. How do I unload? That one? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Fold it up. Now let's check the price of barley. 1,044 and still rising. Okay, right. I'm going to progress time, well, not progress time because I can't do that on this server, but I'm going to return this baler and wait until that price levels out, and then we'll sell. So I will rejoin you when we're ready to sell that trailer just over there. See you in a minute. Right guys, we are on our way to windmill stores. I called it hilltop stores before, I meant windmill. So yeah, we're just on our way up there at the moment. The price has almost hit 1100. Once it does, we're going to sell it. So I think by the time we get up there, just have a quick check. Yeah, we're at 1099. I think by the time we actually get there, it'll be 1100. It might still climb past that, but I'm happy with 1100. And to be honest, I need the money because I did actually buy a silage pit. However, I haven't shown it to you, so I need to do that quickly before we end the episode. There we go, let's get that sold. Yeah, 1101, so we're definitely getting a very good price for this. So the money rocketing. Perfect. It's another 23,000. So, just move this out of the way. If I hop down over here, so the terraforming did not go too well, so I've had to smooth out the edges. Plus this bit here is too close to the edge, so I can't touch it. But what we're going to do is we'll probably unload from this side, because I think we can probably get a trailer down there and just dump off the side, which might be good. But on this side it is nice and smooth. I'm not sure what the capacity of this is. This is a... let me check. This is a bunker silo medium, so I'm not sure how much we can fit in here, but it should be a good amount. And we haven't lost much of the field either. I'll probably just make sure that comes back to grass if it doesn't on its own. But this means we can mow the field and we'll definitely be able to get the bunker filled. So, as I said, the second half of this episode will be in a different session for me. For you it will be the same episode, and that will be moving the bales, either to sell them. So a quick check of the price now, see what the sort of prices we're going to get for straw is. So straw, 85 at the livestock market. Okay, that seems pretty good. 85 per 1,000 litres, so what's that? 170, 340 per bale. And I think we've got about 30 bales in that field. So 9, 10, about 10,000 we could get for all of the bales if we sell them all. So maybe we'll do that. And then next time we'll get started on some silage. Right, I will see you in a split second when we move the bales. Right guys, we're down the shop. So, we need to purchase some stuff. I have had to think about it, and we said we're going to get some mowers. These are the two I want. This one is available in the auction that I mentioned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this one for 42,000. They're expensive. And I'm going to lease this one. For now, let's go and get mowing. Whee! This is exciting. So we'll attach the front one first to make sure that we don't tip. So I'm a little bit worried we might do. There we go. Which way around do we attach onto this one? Let's have a quick check. I think it's this side here. It is. I think this is the reversible one. However, there's nothing that I need to put at the front, so we won't bother using that. I will get back to the farm, and I'll see you in the field, ready to start the mowing. Right, here we are in our lovely big grass field, which is going to get bigger. I'm still planning on buying field 56 at some point. Just not yet. If we get ourselves... There's a bit of grass behind me that I am going to try and take out. Ooh. That was because I was playing with the lift tools option. Also decided that that was a sensible thing to do. We'll use the tree actually as a nice marker for where we're going to start the field. Switch to the front mower. Just need to unfold that. The front one turned on. Lower it down. There we go. And away we go. So I'm just going to try and take a straight line here. Well, not straight, I can see from the angle. Yeah, that's better. That's straight, almost. We should make quick work of this field, to be honest. I don't think it's going to take us long at all. And once we've done this, we need to get a windrower and a loading wagon. In terms of loading wagon, there's one in the auction, so I would like to buy that one. Windrower, we're going to have to buy one. So I think we will buy one today. And we'll just have to take out a nice big loan for it, of course. So I'm going to have to skirt around the trees here. We are going to miss a little bit of grass by there. That's fine. It's just to try and make sure that we take as much of the grass as possible. So as I said, this bit is not the bit on the left. You can see the boundary of the field. The bit on the left is not part of the field, it's part of the headland, but I'm going to take it anyway. I don't want to get too close though, because otherwise when I try to windrow it, the windrower will get stuck in there. And in terms of which windrower we're going to get, I think I'm going to get the Class Liner, because it's a nice mod, and it's different to the ones that we would usually use, because it's not a base game windrower. And there are quite a few base game windrowers, and I like them. They do exactly what they're supposed to, as you would expect, because they're base game made by giants. But I would just like to get something a little different, so that we're not always using the same equipment. And we'll turn. We will lift all the mowers. There we go, look at that. Come back down here and do the same as we did just now. Oh, managed to take a little bit of extra grass out. This is always the problem with leaving the mowers still going. That was loud. Drop them down. And we'll take a second cut around the head. Right, off we go again. I'm going to try not to time-lapse this, because I don't like putting too many time-lapses in. I think we've had enough of them in the recent episodes. I've just finished editing the video, not the audio yet, for episode 4. This is episode 5. And I think I've got 3 time-lapses in there, which is why there's a cut for one part of it, because I didn't want to time-lapse 4 times. It's a bit too much for one episode, but I did try to cram in. I think there was 3 jobs that were crammed into that episode. Here there's 2. So yeah, I'd rather not put time lapses in every single one. And I don't think this will take too long. Should be able to get the grass cut, the windrowing done, and the collecting done in one episode. Well, half an episode I suppose, because we already had one. We've already had part of this, which was the straw baling. We can now start going back up and down the field again. Got enough room here to be able to do that, I think. Drop the tools down. And off we go. I'm also going to do something when I do the hay, which I have never seen anyone else do on Farming Simulator, but on my most recent holiday, it was blazing sunshine for the whole week, 35 degrees, which was in South Germany, and all the farmers were making hay, because as the saying goes, make hay while the sun shines, which is exactly what they were doing. And I noticed they were doing something that I'd not seen before, which is that they were windrowing around the edge of the field, just one lap around the edge. And that was because they wanted to kick all of the cut grass into the middle of the field, or slightly further into the field, so that when they tedded it and it flings outwards, it doesn't fling outside of their field, which is a great idea. So in my plan to have a windrower, don't know what happened there, I do plan to have two. I'm going to get the smallest Pottinger, which is just a single row windrower, and I'm going to get a larger one as well, which will be for this sort of work, the plast liner, so that when we ted, we can make sure that we don't fling the hay outside of our field and lose it. I think it's a really good idea. Of course, there was something else they did which I didn't quite understand, which was that they windrowed the hay after about a day and a half, I think it was, and then they came back and tedded it again. I'm not sure why they windrowed it, the whole field, that is, just so they could ted it. Maybe there's something that I'm not understanding, but they obviously know what they're doing. These are farmers. And if anyone is interested in seeing a bit of real hay collection, I did put up a sort of 2-minute video, just a very quick video that I took on my phone when I was there, showing a bit of hay collection. Might sound like a very dull thing, but it interests me. This tractor is running away a bit in the downhill slopes, which is why we're going to have to buy the same square baler that I had before, because we're not going to be able to do round bales on this field. Not unless I go north-south or south-north, which will take forever if I do that, so I'm not keen on doing that at all. However, you can see we are almost done on this field. There's just a couple of small patches that I need to tidy up. But like I said, there's grass on the other side of the yard, and I don't see why I don't just go and cut it. I may as well get as much grass as possible for the silage. More grass, more silage. Simple as that. Okay, so just 1 or 2 more bits here. We'll just slice straight through, like so. There we go. A little bit by here. The tractor is doing pretty well with the mowers. Struggling when it goes up the hill, but that's to be expected, to be honest, because we're going up a hill anyway. I think it would struggle just in general. I'm not particularly worried about that. But this is now field 5758 finished. I'm going to run around the edge of the yard, see how much I can manage to take off. Right guys, we're back. Next thing is a windrower. Here it is. So we're going to get this lovely, lovely thing without or with beacon light. Ooh. Ooh, what's going on here? What's going on? Oh, we have different options for the beacon lights. I'm going to go with that one, I think. I'm going to have a beacon light. Oh, of course I don't have enough money. How silly of me. Let's increase our loan. There we go. Sometimes there's a slight delay because we're on the server. So you think you don't have the right amount. Actually you do. So we're buying that. There we go. Let's get hooked up and get this back to the field. Yep, start the engine. Yep. No, wrong one. There we go. Right, once again, I will get back to the field and I will see you there. Right guys, back in the field. I know I did actually show this when I was doing the grass contract for Death Monkey, but I will show you again because this time it's mine. So it's a little bit different. Oh, and it turns very quickly. Let's try and get back out. Losing control completely. How's that? Yeah, I think that's okay. We'll put our beacon light on just because we can. Switch it on. Drop it down. There we go. Let's get out of this tree. There we go. Lovely. I'm probably going to jump cut quite a lot of this because we do still need to get the loading done and filling the clamp. And of course, everyone knows what this job looks like. But I'll just do a couple of laps around the field. You can see how well it's working. It does look very nice. Okay, that's the usual print screen. I have to make sure I have a few of those. Gotta have some nice thumbnails to get you guys to watch the videos. Unless of course you are crazy avid fans who follow every video I do, which I don't think is the case. But I like this windrow. Got a good width. It's very nice looking as well. I think, just double check. I think this windrower is 80 horsepower, which means we can run it on the Xerion. Xerion? I don't know. But we can run it on that, which means we can have a class pulling a class. Woohoo! Crazy, crazy. So that's the first one done. I'm going to do a second one, basically exactly the same as we did with the mowing. I'm going to do that sort of thing. We just need to get it back into position. There we go. Perfect. Get that on and down. Just pull it forward a bit so we can get out of the tree. There we go. And off we go for the second one. away we go. Nice long straights on here, which makes going up and down quite good. There's a small bit there I've just missed. We need to move back in a bit. And of course, once it's windrowed, it will be a lot easier to actually move, to pick up, which is the bonus for windrowing. Could do this without the windrowing, but it would just take so long. Doing it this way does mean the loading wagon fills up quicker, because you're putting pretty much three cuts into one line, but it's less time going up and down the field and turning. That wasn't a big. So as I said about the time lapses, let me know in the comments what you think, whether too many, too few, too many jump cuts maybe, or too few jump cuts. Yeah. Let me know if there's anything I can do in the editing to make it a little bit more entertaining or interesting. Maybe you feel like there's missing information when I jump cut. And I know time lapses, I personally like them. I know other YouTubers have had problems with people not liking them doing jump cuts, but I personally like them. I think it makes it interesting because you still get to see what they're doing without watching it over and over, which can be quite boring. Right. Let's turn on, pop down. We're going to take part of the other row with us. That's okay. And as I said, what I'll do now is I will jump cut until we're a bit closer to the end. See you in a sec. Okay, so we're back at the shop. We've got one last thing to do today, which is to lease a loading wagon. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost to lease this. 2364. Okay, so we're going to need a loan. Oh, I've never noticed that before. They change during the day. Earlier it was the lady, now it's this guy. There's a lovely poster back there as well. So let's take a quick 5,000. Again, the reason I'm leasing this is because this is available in the auction, so I don't want to buy it. If we can afford it, I may as well lease a bigger machine. That is 35, 34. A massive price difference for not much value. 6324, so that one's too much. So for 1,000 litres, I'll take this one. We may as well lease the biggest thing we can get, and we can still pull that, so it's fine. I'll hop in the tractor. Hook up. Come on. This way. Oh my goodness. This is some atrocious driving. There we go. Right, and once again, I will quickly get back down to the field. I'll see you there. So we're just back in the field now. You've obviously noticed that it's now night time. There's two reasons for that. Obviously time does progress, that's normal, but there's two reasons for why it's taken so long to do this work. One is that I had a real world problem I needed to quickly deal with, so I had to take a small break. And the other thing is, whilst mowing through the woods was okay, windrowing through the woods was a nightmare. So I will not be doing that again. From now on, I will mow around the woods. Once we've got the trees cut down, then I will actually mow through the woods. So I'm going to do most of this collection off camera. What I will do is put 1 or 2 loads into the clamp so that we can see it filling up, and so that it looks like we've kind of progressed today. And like I said, the auction video, when we do the auction, I will probably release it the same day as this. Whichever day that is, I haven't worked it out yet. But it'll probably be released later in the day as a little bonus video. Let's just check if we're actually picking everything up here. We are. That's good. I thought we might miss some, but we haven't. But we've almost got our first, there we go, first load done. So we get down here. I thought we fixed the camera collision issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump it right at the back. Should be able to left control and I just back up a little bit. There we go. So my plan is to make a wall with this forage. I want the back to be more loaded than the front. There we go, that's the first load done. Get back down here to where we left off. And that really didn't take long at all, did it? So there's going to be a lot of forage, chaff. I don't know the correct name for it actually. There's going to be a lot of it from this field. So where did we finish the last one? Somewhere down here. Turn the wagon back on. Ah, there we go. We'll start picking up again. So I'll finish the rest of it off camera, like I said. Just want to get a load or 2 into the pit to start with. We can drive through here at the moment, which is good. Down the ramp that we've managed to create for ourselves. Which isn't a bad thing that we have a ramp. We're stuck on the tree, I guess. Yeah, this way. Step back up. And away we go again. See how far we can get this time. So. This ramp isn't so bad right here because I did smooth it out a bit. There we go. This is leased equipment. I should try not to damage it really. I did see a small piece we missed right here. Oh, there it is. In fact, there's a couple of small pieces. We will of course pick them up next time. We don't have seasons, so there's no rotting. So they won't be missed completely. But we may as well try and pick them up now. There we go. Get back to where we finished. And I think I'll fill a third time. And then I'll do the rest off screen. Preferably in daylight, but quite probably not. And I'm going to skip the lines like I did when I was baling, because I think that's a bit easier, just to be able to make the turn. And luckily, the bit you're not going to see is me trying to pick up the grass in the woods, because that would be painful to watch. It's going to involve a lot of reversing and turn manoeuvres, so it's probably best if you don't get to watch that. My painful driving, coupled with difficult terrain and awkwardly placed grass. Not really what anyone wants to see. Although maybe it's entertaining actually, because it's just me being useless. Oh, we missed a big chunk here actually. I guess it was when we made the turn. Hopefully we won't make that mistake again. Off we go. We're at 63%, so I don't think we're going to finish this line. Maybe we will. Who knows? Who knows indeed. One thing I have been thinking about is having one episode a week of a single player series, so that I can try different mods, different gameplay style. Let me know what you think about that, whether it'd be good to maybe vary what I'm doing a bit. You've just seen we've filled up again, so we're going to get back up to the clamp, and this will be the last one that I do on camera. Going to flatten that out as we drive. Perfect. There we go. So let's have a quick check. That is now 102,000 in here. Of course it's not compacted at all, it's in big mounds, but that's quite easy to fix. We'll probably get a leveler when we actually start trying to do that. 102,000, and we've done almost nothing of this field, to be honest. We are going to be rolling in. Sorry, that's probably going to make you feel sick. We're rolling in silage when this is compacted and fermented. Well, I will continue this off camera, as I said. Thank you very much, though, for watching. As always, please like and subscribe, share the video, and leave me any comments you have at all, good or bad. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.